Hello, everybody. It is Coach Sarah coming to you for day 5 of your digestive reset. And I am coming to you tonight from my second Thanksgiving with my side of the family. And I'm really excited tonight to talk to you about success strategies and what success strategies you can start employing with the information that you already have. So I want you guys to take a moment before we get started. And as always, if you're tuning in live tonight, put a 1 up in the comments for me. And if you're tuning in after and watching the replay, put a 2 up in the comments for me. And we're going to go ahead and get started tonight. So I want you to take a moment and I want you to envision for me what the most perfect version of you looks like. Take a second and get that picture in your mind. What does that look like? What does your health look like? What does that physical body look like? What does your job happiness look like? What does your relationship status look like? If you could imagine the best version of yourself, what would that version look like? And tonight my goal is to teach you the 4 strategies that will help you attain success in any aspect of that best self that you're imagining. And it's really quite simple, because I will tell you, just the information that you have gained in the last 4 days is enough to get the ball rolling for you in improving your digestive health and reducing your autoimmune symptoms. But oftentimes it's the mindset in which we approach these changes that sets us up for failure. It's not the process itself. So tonight, the strategies that I'm going to be teaching you to achieve success are strategies that allow you to stay in the right mindset for success. So what does that look like? What does success look like when it comes to our mindset? And there's 4 main parts. I'm going to keep tonight a little shorter because I want you guys all to be getting caught up on these first 4 days. So what the first step is in achieving success is making the pivotal choice and taking personal responsibility to be different. So we have to learn to embrace whatever it is that we want to become. So if we've made the decision to become a marathon runner, for instance, then we need to make that pivotal choice that we're going to do what marathon runners do. If we have made the choice to go to medical school to become a doctor, then we need to make that pivotal choice to do whatever it is that people going to medical school do to become doctors, which is study hard and put your school first. If we have made the choice to try to reverse our gut health issues and reduce our autoimmune symptoms, then we need to make that pivotal choice to embrace whatever it is that we need to do in order to take those steps to move forward. So step 1 is making the pivotal choice that you are ready for things to be different. Because if you're not ready to make changes and you're not ready for things to be different, they're not going to be different. Because personal responsibility isn't you standing around saying, I'm at fault, I'm the bad guy, I am to blame. But what personal responsibility does mean is that you determine what happens next, and that is your choice and responsibility. So personal responsibility and pivotal choice is the first step towards being successful in any area of becoming your best self. The second step to becoming successful with anything it is that you're putting your mind to with your health or your life goals is having unconditionally high standards for the way you do things. For instance, when you're making these changes to your gut health, there are going to be certain foods that you're going to have to eliminate. There are going to be certain foods that you need to add in. There's going to be certain supplements that we are going to recommend you take. Having unconditionally high standards means that you're not going to pick and choose when you participate in the behaviors necessary to get to where you want to be. You're going to be doing them all of the time so that you see results. So having unconditionally high standards means that even when there's that social function that you could be cheating at, you're going to choose how to be successful and work around it. Not necessarily just avoiding it, but figuring out how you can work around that situation and still be successful. Having unconditionally high standards means that Thanksgiving and Christmas and New Year's don't become 3 permission slips that we write ourselves to go off the rails with our diet. Unconditionally high standards means that Friday, Saturday, and Sunday look the same as Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday. Do you get what I'm saying here? So unconditionally high standards also require us to be patient with ourselves. So if we have a hard time being patient with ourselves and we expect perfection right off the bat, it's going to be hard to not feel like a failure if you're not 100% right away. But I always tell people, don't focus on being perfect. Focus on not allowing yourself to write yourself a permission slip for bad behavior. So unconditionally high standards is our second step to success. Our third step to achieving success in looking toward our best version of ourselves is going to be practicing only reflective comparison. Reflective comparison is the process of looking at me versus me, not me versus you, not me versus other people that are in the group. And oftentimes when we're participating with other people doing a similar program, it's really hard not to look at other people's results and compare them to ours. But remember, each person's journey is individual and unique to them, and everyone has a different starting place. So your starting place is going to determine how long it's going to take you in order to start seeing the progress that you're looking for. Someone who's been experiencing gut symptoms for 2 decades might take a little longer to see improvements than someone who's only been experiencing them for a short amount of time. But that doesn't always, the length of time of experiencing symptoms doesn't always indicate the length of time that it would take for you to recover. So again, expectations of results are oftentimes where people get discouraged. It's knowing that you're doing the right thing, having a supportive environment and accountability from coaches that know what they're doing and can reassure you in those moments that you may not feel like you're seeing the progress that you should be, and encourage you to keep persevering forward. So that's why doing things in a group with coaches is also extremely beneficial when you're looking at trying to improve these facets of your health. And then oftentimes when we are dealing with, that reflective comparison, that me versus me, it's not really the fear of failure that is going to be driving us, but it's going to be the fear of the results not happening fast enough for our liking, the fear of being judged by others as a failure if we're not seeing these crazy quick results or not seeing results as quickly as someone else in the group. And oftentimes that fear is what ends up paralyzing us. I want you to remember something tonight, my friends. The word fear simply means false events appearing real. So if you're experiencing fear going into this process and the fear is what's holding you back, just remember that fear is nothing more than false events appearing real, and you need to stay focused on every day simply bringing your best self and practicing that reflective comparison of me versus me. The fourth part of the success equation, when we're talking about wanting to bring our best self to the table, is learning to take what we have been absorbing and use it to help encourage others who are in the same position as us. There's nothing that motivates us more to do a good job than knowing it's going to help someone else. Oftentimes, doing something for ourselves isn't enough to get us to stick to it. But with the current statistics of 1 in 5 people struggling with autoimmune disease, 50% of the American population struggling with chronic constipation on a daily basis, 70 million people presenting with digestive health issues, there is likely someone in your life who you can take the information that you're learning in this group and share it with. You probably know someone. It might be a loved one. It might be a friend. It might be a coworker. It might be your bestie. But in order for you to keep bringing your best self to the table, oftentimes it's going to take you encouraging someone else to embrace the changes that you're learning to embrace. Because doing this alongside someone else and helping encourage someone else is oftentimes going to be the thing to keep you on track. So, 4 steps to success. Your P is making the pivotal choice of taking personal responsibility. So again, not saying that you're at fault for where you're at right now, but that you are responsible for what happens next. Step 2 is that you have unconditionally high standards for the way you start doing things, that you don't pick and choose when you're going to participate in these new behaviors, that you hold yourself accountable to doing them most of the time, if not all of the time. Your R is only allowing yourself to be practicing reflective comparison of me versus me. Am I bringing my best self today? And does that best self look just as good or better than what I did yesterday? And the E, embrace the change by helping encourage others. Share this information with someone else, and you will be more likely to continue implementing it yourself. It is scientifically proven that if we give it away and we encourage someone else to take those forward steps with their health, that we are going to be so much more likely to stay on track with our own behaviors. So those 4 simple steps, P-U-R-E, they're the pure steps to success. And I hope that with those 4 simple steps, that you can start implementing a lot of what we've already discussed over the last 4 days, and use the tools that you learned tonight to help implement them into your life. So we talked about water and hydration. So make the pivotal choice to start drinking half of your body weight in ounces of water. Have unconditionally high standards for your water consumption. Don't allow yourself to just drink enough water Monday through Thursday. Make it an everyday thing. Practice reflective comparison with your water intake. Did I take in as much or more water than I did yesterday? How am I doing with that half my body weight in ounces? Am I doing better than I did yesterday? And then E, teach someone you know about the importance of taking in half your body weight in ounces of water. Share with them, help them calculate how many ounces of water they should be taking in, and then be their accountability buddy. Teach them a new strategy. So tonight, I'm going to teach you a quick strategy for making sure that you're getting enough water in. It's a little simple strategy that I like to use with my clients called the rubber band strategy. So let's say you are somebody who weighs 160 pounds. If your goal is to drink half of your body weight in ounces of water every day, 160 divided by 2 is 80. Now, for the sake of simple math, let's say that you have a 20-ounce water bottle that you like to use on a daily basis for your water intake. What we're going to do is get 4 rubber bands, and you're going to put 4 rubber bands around the base of your water bottle. As you complete each one of those 20-ounce water bottles, remove 1 rubber band from the water bottle and place it. Take it from the water bottle, place it on your wrist. After you've completed 4 water bottles, you should have 4 rubber bands on your wrist, serving as a visual reminder of where you're at for the day. So that is the 4-step process of pure success applied to one of your new behaviors that you've learned. So guys, it's really simple. It's not easy, because anything that's easy isn't necessarily something that's going to be worth doing when it comes to your health. Because when it comes to your health, we want to avoid being cheap, easy, and fake. We want to go for things that are real, whole, and nutrient dense. So focus in on applying those 4 simple strategies, PURE, and you will be successful at any new behavior that you try to implement. I look forward to seeing you guys tomorrow night, and I will be coming to you live with Coach Tyler for another talk in regards to gut health, autoimmunity, and we're going to be getting you one step closer to getting registered for our gut and autoimmune health reset. Remember, you can still add people to the 7-day preview. Go ahead and get them signed up for the group if you know that this information is going to help them. We'll get them approved for the group so that they can start catching up on the videos. We wanted to keep tonight a little shorter so that people can get caught up on the first 4 nights, and we look forward to seeing you tomorrow. Have a good one, guys.